and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. Last week we looked at the best trading setups, and this week we're going to do the same, but we're going to look at stops and targets as well. As explained in the last tutorial, I look at market structure, market trend, support and resistance levels, and candlesticks to give me high probability trades. I also do a top-down approach, so I start with the daily charts, but execute on the H1, the hourly chart. Again guys, if you like these videos, if you could subscribe to the channel and like and share the videos, that would be much appreciated. Let's look at the best trading setups, but also stops and targets this week as well. All right, so let's look at some live examples. So let's look at some live examples. From my previous tutorial, as I said, I look for market trend or market structure. I look for support and resistance levels, and I look to see what the candlestick is doing. I also have a top-down approach. Okay, so this is the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar, and this is the daily chart. So the daily chart gives me my direction, although I execute on a lower time frame. So let's have a look here. So guys, as you can see, this grey area here, yeah, okay, so this is act as resistance. All right, so market should bounce off this. And then I'm looking at what I traded yesterday on Thursday the 16th of September. So I had this large candle form on the 15th. Yeah, you can see this large red candle here. And then I executed on the 16th of September. Okay, the Thursday. So this, like I say, is bouncing off resistance here, this large grey area. I have a large bearish red candle, okay, and the trade has room to move into. Yeah, so this grey area here should be support. So I have enough room for this trade to move into. You will notice it is against trend, okay, but I believe this trade has enough room to move into before it hits this area here, okay, this support zone. Okay, so let's look at the lower time frame and see how I executed the trade. All right guys, so let's look at the H1, the hourly chart, to see where I executed the trade. As I said, the day candle giving my direction. I'm looking for shorts. This grey area here was the resistance zone that I plotted on the day chart. And now I'm going to explain to you these levels and these lines, all right, and how I executed the trade. Okay, so I executed on the 16th of September. So you can see these candles here are all the 16th of September. All right, so after this downward movement, yeah, the market is in a downtrend. Okay, we have lower lows and we also have lower highs, although price keeps bouncing off this grey resistance zone. All right, so price come up. I wasn't actually awake at this point. I actually got in on this red candle here, but price has come off of that grey zone, followed by a large red bearish engulfing candle, okay, which you can see I've highlighted with the arrow. So this was my candle to execute the trade short. Okay, so the red line is my stop, because I said guys I would talk to you about stops and targets. Okay, the minimum I'm looking for is a risk to reward 1:1. All right, so this red line is my stop, and this green line, which was about 71 if I remember rightly, this was my target. Okay, and you can see it was a successful trade. So I entered at the close of this red candle here. So let's get the ruler out. Up to my stop, which was around 16 pips. I didn't get taken out, which was good. And it came down to my target here. Okay, so yeah, 16 pip stop and a 19 pip
reward. So a little bit over 1:1. I didn't close the entire trade. I will talk about this in another tutorial, but I left some of the money in the trade to let this carry on lower. I did this because if we go back to the day chart, I believe we can come down. We've got enough room to come down to this area here. So maybe, yeah, 0.8911. Yeah, I think the market could move down to this area. Okay, so I've left some of the trade open and left it running, but I closed the majority of my trade on the H1 at this target here. All right, guys, I hope that helps on how I execute on the lower time frame. Okay, guys, let's look at another example. So again, a top-down approach. This is the daily chart. This is the euro against the pound sterling. All right, like I say, this is the daily chart. Okay, and these were the trades I entered on Thursday, the 16th of September. So this grey area here, okay, was once resistance. Price come up, treated it as support, come up again, it was support, okay, but then price broke down below this level. All right, and you can see this large red bearish candle on the 15th of September is the reason I went short. So we have everything in our favor. We have market structure. It is in a downtrend. Yeah, we have a lower low. Okay. Yeah, it's broke down. It's broken through the support and resistance level here. And we've had a large bearish candle form at that level. Okay. So this is a good indication to take the trade short, yeah, sell the market. The only thing I was worried about is I don't have a lot of movement into these last lows. Yeah, this area here is 0.85111. This was the last low, so this was my target really, although I thought price would get to the psychological level of 0.8500, which it did, but I was out of the trade before then. So that's what I was looking at on the day chart. Let's have a look at the hourly chart to see my execution. Okay, guys, so let's look at the H1 for the euro against the pound sterling. This is the hourly chart, and again, I will show you how I execute. This grey area, that was the daily resistance level, but let me remove this just so it's easier for you to see. Okay, so that was from the daily chart. All right. So you see prices come down. I've got lower lows, yeah, lower low, lower low. So it makes sense for me in terms of the H1 structure. Okay, then you need to decide what level are you looking at in terms of support and resistance. So I looked at the last. Okay, so I've looked at these last two lows. Okay, so in this grey area, yeah. I woke up around here. Okay. So I'm looking for a large negative candle to take this market lower when it hits this grey area. Okay. So the structure for me is a downtrend. Yeah, lower lows. Okay. Then I've highlighted. It's quite a wide support resistance level because it's not clear. Yeah, I've got two lows here. I've got this low and this low. So I've done quite a wide resistance level. All right, and I actually entered off this candle here. Okay, let me just bring up the arrow to show you this candle here. All right, so this red candle here, this was my entry candle to go short. Remember, the day chart told me to go short, and according to this market structure and the support and resistance, this candle here took me short, told me to go short. I put my stop, this red line, above the resistance zone, and my target was down to this level here. All right, so I'm looking at this level here. Okay. So again, Yeah, you can see how I execute on the lower time frame. All right. So if you look at the support resistance, so from this, the low of that candle up to here is 8 ticks. Yeah, you can see that 8 pips with my ruler, and I come down to this level here, which was around 19 pips. Okay. Yeah, I think I got out at 8,516. So that was a good 2.5 risk to reward. Okay, 2.5 to 1 risk to reward. All right, guys, so another example of a top-down approach. The day gives me my view in terms of am I longing or shorting the market, and then I look at the H1. Does it make sense to short on the H1 according to, again, market structure, support and resistance, and candlesticks? Okay, so I hope that helps, guys.
So, in summary, guys, we look at candlesticks, support and resistance levels, and market structure, market trend to find the best possible trades. Okay, we do that on the daily chart, all right, and then we execute on the H1. But doesn't matter if it's the daily chart or the H1, we are always looking for those three things: candlesticks, support resistance, market structure. These are the most important things in the market. So as explained, I do a top-down approach as well. So I look at the daily chart to give me my direction. Am I looking for longs or shorts, buys or sells in the market? And then I execute on the lower time frame, the H1, the hourly chart. All right, and from the videos, guys, you can also see where I put my stop just above the entry candle or below the entry candle, and my target is usually the next area of support and resistance on the H1 chart. So I hope this helps, guys. If you have any questions about any of my trade setups or what I'm looking for, then please write a comment, ask a question, and I will get back to you. And as always, guys, if I could ask you to subscribe to the channel, like and share the videos, that would be greatly appreciated. See you for the next video, guys.